Hope you all are doing well. Wanted to come in real quick. I was looking at some research today, which you all know that's my favorite place to be is what does the evidence say about a thing, right? Um, I have been exploring all the ways to be healthy. And I wanted to come here and just kind of have a chat with you all really quickly because for many, many years we have used table salt, and it is, in fact, classified one of the two white enemies. And we know that sugar is one and salt is another. And so I have been doing some research on how to um, get a proper source of calcium to my body in the most natural way. And so, as a community health and human service educator, as I find ways to do things better, I come to inform the community as well so that we can all be partakers of the information so that we can live healthier lifestyles. I remember my pediatrician saying once to one of my children who just did not like salt at all. And he would periodically have these spells where he would just pass out. Nobody knew why. We didn't understand, but the pediatrician said he needed more salt. And she recommended Gatorade. So here I am. Okay, I believe wholeheartedly in um, the recommendations of our pediatrician as our children were growing because they had the knowledge base, right? And we had an amazing African American pediatrician, and she gave us all the deets on making sure that our children were okay. And so I just stumbled upon, because again, I am in search of, healthy ways to get vitamin C without pills, without, you know, all the things they say you got to go buy some chewables, or everything was in the garden, y'all. Everything God created for us to be able to sustain. And my thing is, why do I have to go and buy these things over the counter if it is true that God has provided everything for us in the garden? So here in the research, I've stumbled upon, no, I didn't stumble upon, I intentionally researched salt and and its absorption and its ability to distribute vitamin C to our bodies. And the article I stumbled upon was mind blowing, and I'm going to share it with you all in the comment section of this video. So, the title of the article is Two White Enemies, Salt and Sugar. Say it again. Two white enemies, salt and sugar. And this article is in the Journal of Cell and Tissue Research, issued volume 22 and 2. This was published in 2022. So we are on target for real-time research within the last 5 years and or seminal research, right? So the article goes on to give us some, informed information about salt, its makeup, its composition, how much we need, how much is found in our foods, and all the things. So the article reads as such, and it's a very simple abstract. So I want to give you all the information so that you can feel free to explore the rest of the article on your own time. If you are someone who is also looking for alternatives to dominant institutional cultures or ways or all of those things, then this is for you. So in the article, it goes on to say common salt as NaCl, that's a chloride, is essential to our life. Number one, is essential. I know it to be true because of what my pediatrician said to me about my own child who did not like salt, but he was having these outcomes as a result of not having it. Therefore, about 15% of the salt requirement comes from naturally occurring sources in foods. We need about 200 to 280 milligrams of sodium is all a person needs to keep their body systems in good working order. Less than this, we cannot remain healthy. I need you to hear that part. Less than this, we cannot remain healthy. The human body requires a small amount of sodium to conduct nerve impulses, contract and relax muscles, and maintain the proper balance of water and minerals. On the other hand, the average permissible limits are about 4,000 to 6,000 milligrams of sodium per day. Low sodium levels, which is what my son had, in the body can lead to muscle cramps. Oh, that would be me. Nausea, vomiting, and dizziness. Eventually, lack of salt can lead to shock, coma, and death. Now, this is real time research, y'all. This is not something I'm making up. Y'all know I'm a qualitative researcher, so I believe in giving you what the evidence says. Those with the most dire need for salt will typically have low blood pressure. That's what was happening with my son. Low blood pressure, which causes dizziness and passing out. An ideal blood pressure would be close to 115 over 75. Someone with a lower blood pressure may need salt and will likely be lightheaded when they go from a kneeling position to a standing position. I remember one time, this was not even 4 or 5 years ago, he stood straight up in the air and just hit the deck. Hit the deck. I mean, like, boom, timber. And still wondering what in the world is happening. Someone, again, lightheaded, urine pH can also indicate a need for salt. The common value for urine pH is 6.0 to 7.5. You know you can do your own test, right? You know you can get your own test strips. You can buy these things at the store. You can always be in the know of what your body needs or what it needs. Yeah, what's required for you to maintain optimal performance and optimal health for your body. So, but any value within 4.5 to 8.0 range is generally not a cause for concern. However, most people are consuming 6 to 8 times more salt than they need. No wonder so many people today are afflicted with conditions associated with excessive salt intake, like high blood pressure, fluid retention, muscle cramps, and even kidney problems and heart disease. Here's the thing, and this is what I want you to pay careful attention to, because I was listening to Dr. Barbara Spruill, I think is her name. She is a um nat, natural homopathian. I think that's what you call her. But anyway, she's a doctor of all natural things. she was talking about putting Himalayan salt into your water to absorb vitamin C. So I said, well, if she's standing by this, let me go do the research myself, because what she doesn't do is provide the research. So naturally, I'm not just going to be listening to folks. I'm going to go and do dig a little bit, because I want to know the truth. And so I want to, is it in the research? What is the research? Who did they study? All them things matter, right? Validity matters. So the article then goes on to say Himalayan salt is believed by many to be a healthier alternative to common table salt or sodium chloride, your NaCl, right? Though mined like rock salt, Himalayan pink salt is technically a sea salt. Salt is essential nutrient required for many biological processes that has seasoned our dinners for thousands of years. On the other hand, black salt has antioxidant properties that has surprisingly low sodium levels. It also contains, now this is the part, important minerals like iron, calcium, and magnesium. All of these things are required for our bodies. It's no wonder we don't have all of the nutrients that we need, because these things are not naturally found in our foods. This is an alternative. By the time we get things, it be then broke down, reduced, modified, and all the things just to give us a little taste. But we're not getting all of the basic nutrients that comes from mined salt, black salt. So this antioxidant, which black salt stimulates bioproduction in the liver and helps to control heartburn and bloating. Avoiding processed foods and preparing your own meals, and this is what we talk about every single day. Preparing your own meals from fresh, whole ingredients is the best way to make sure you are not getting too much salt in your diet, and you're getting the right salt to give you the minerals that your body needs. So I like the sound of that. I have been putting Himalayan salt in my water to help me get, some absorbed vitamin C absorption. Because why? I am 61 years old, and I have always had bone density issues. Well, since not always, in my aging process, I noticed my doctors will say, your bones, you got some bone density issues. Well, that's natural. But baby, if I can help it, I want to make sure. Why is it? Okay, they say it's natural in aging, but why is it natural? That's a good question. Why is it natural for my body to have bone density issues as I age? Could it be that I lack the knowledge and the understanding that is needed for me to have such things as Himalayan salt or black salt in my diet versus table salt? So I say to you today, from the table right here at Touch One Life, Touch Millions, we are promoting community health and human service education. As an educator, when I learn what I learn, I bring to community. Let's take our health into our own hands. We must seek out, take time to prepare our tables from farm to table, farm to table. We must stop eating all of the things we don't can't even spell half or say half of the words on the backs of these labels. And so if you can't even say it, you don't know what it is, you shouldn't be eating it, probably, right? Now, this takes time for us to get away from the things that we have been taught. It takes time to get away from trusting what we thought should have been trustable sources, right? But when we know better, we do better. And so, right here from the desk of Dr. Eve, your community health and human service educator, I I encourage you to take your life into and the life of your family into your own hands. Take a little time, dig a little bit, check out what's available. What does the research say about that thing? What does the research say about the food? And can you say or pronounce any of the labels? Any of them? Well, I can't. So let's do better. Again, check out Himalayan salt, black salt, put a little bit in your water. I am convinced now of what Dr. Barber was talking about because it is, in fact, in the research. For more information, check out the link in the description box that I will leave in the description box so that you can read the article for yourself, get some knowledge and some understanding. But more than that, when you get that knowledge and understanding, please do have, my good neighbor, please do have the wisdom to apply. Because why? You deserve to live a little longer. Okay? Peace and blessings to you. Have the most amazing day. Whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming who God has called you to become. Peace and blessings to you all. And until next time, check out another video.